Well, hello, everyone. Hey, welcome to Limitless Lead System. This is Henry Jose, and welcome to our first set of our 21 days to Limitless Success Habits for your online business. Now, this is a last minute thing that I decided to do. And what you're going to find this next 21 days, I decided to create a 21-day series of videos and homework so that for the next 21 days, you can learn and really truly understand what you really need to do on a daily basis and what it truly takes to really start creating success in your online business. Now, the reason I wanted to do this is because first of all, foremost, I love the industry of affiliate online marketing and, even network marketing, and they have changed my life. But one of the things that I find is that there's an incredible opportunity in these industries, and it is talked a lot about, and it really sounds hypey. Okay. And majority of the time it is based on hype, and and a lot of people end up getting really excited about it, jump in, but yet never really make it or really struggle to make it. And including myself, it took me 5 years to figure out how to finally start really creating some success in network marketing until we hit the certain levels that we got to. And then the same thing happened with the online marketing industry when I started learning about affiliate marketing, is that it took me about 5 years or so to finally kind of figure out, okay, what it really entails to start creating success. And kind of had to go back and look at, okay, what did I do? What did I learn? And be able to apply that. Now, so that was kind of a last minute thought process. I decided to actually, the recording's being done on December 2nd. I decided to do this like the day before Thanksgiving. Okay. Excuse me. And I have to apologize now, because as I made that decision, I figure, okay, I'm going to celebrate Thanksgiving, and then I'm going to spend the rest of the weekend to put together all the PowerPoint and kind of piece together. I have a whole bunch of PowerPoint training that all this training is going to be based on. And I wanted to organize it. And you know what? I got sick. I'm still sick. I've been sick for luckily it wasn't COVID. I've been sick for about a week now, exactly about a week, or not, about 5 days. And so I'm still going to be coughing a little bit and all that. So I'm asking for your forgiveness and all. And so what I'm going to do is that, and I already recorded this yesterday and I sent it out. I'm going to send this again, and I'm going to be a little bit more organized today. I still don't have all the PowerPoint done, so I'm still going to go through with my Word document that I created. And as we go through here, you're going to see it change into a PowerPoint and all that, because I want to really dive in. Now, this is a workshop. Okay. This is not going to be a 10-minute video or so, and you're hoping that that's all it takes. Yeah, I mean, you name me a real course that really teaches you the down nitty-gritty details, and it only took 15 minutes and you get it. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges, is that people have such a microwave mentality. Oh, people don't have time. Well, you know what? I'm gonna dispel certain things here. If you really want to you want to really become successful, I don't care how busy you are, you will make time to really take the time to listen and learn and watch and apply if you really want to become successful. You can't rush success. Okay. You cannot rush success. And so just face it, just be ready for it. Think of it as you went back to school, okay, to get another degree or get a certification because you want to increase your income. And I don't think you're going to go to school anywhere in the world, or, a college, and you're going to pay, $1,500 or $10,000 or whatever the course would cost. And do you think you're going to spend 15 minutes in a class? No. It takes a little bit of time to really learn the true skills and attitude if you truly want to be successful. Does that make sense? Okay. So I want you to arm yourself, and I want you to think already. Okay. You're taking a course, a class. It's going to take about 30 minutes or an hour video, because I'm going to explain things in details, so that you have real training, or you have real basis of what you need to apply, so that you can't make any excuses. All right. And I'm not, and also I just want to tell you this, okay? I mean, there's a lot of people out there that really speak out to say, oh, you can't teach something you haven't really done, and I have to disagree with that attitude, because I believe, for one thing, a lot of professors have taken the time to really study and be able to teach what they study to people, so that those people can apply those things that they took the time to study how to teach. And then those people, it's up to them to apply what they learn and create success out of it. Okay. And the reason I say that is because I'm going to share some things with you that I may not have applied for myself, but I know people that have applied it. I studied what they did that created that success for them. And then I'm going to share that with you, because if I tell myself, you don't have to be a true expert to share something that you just learned. As a matter of fact, this is part of a training where I talk about in attraction marketing. You know, you don't have to be an expert, and you don't have to have applied everything that you've learned before you teach it to people. Okay. As a matter of fact, you could have, some of the things you might learn, I might have just watched the video and learned about it from a guy that makes an 8-figure income. But I want to share the information with you, because what if you're the person that needed just that information and you run with it and you become more successful than me? Hey, look, I my goal is to provide you with the information and the mentality that it would take to apply that information for you to succeed. And I'll never claim that this is what I've done or whatnot if I haven't really done it, but I will share with you who I might have learned it from, who I might have taught, because I'm an open book. So I just want to make sure you know that. Okay. And then I do have a timer, so I'm gonna try and keep it within the hour and all that. I want to make sure that you have the time, but I just want to go ahead and get started with, and I wanted to start this training so that you understand this is not a quickie training thing. This is my goal here is to really provide you with real in-depth information. And I'm taking hours and hours to study what I'm going to teach you. And some of these I've taught for so many years already, or I've taught a lot already. Some of these I've taken the time to really dig deep, and I've taken hours, and then be able to shorten it and try to give it to you, and so that you can apply it. Okay, so I hope you can appreciate that, and so that you don't have to do all the research, and you can take this and then learn how to teach it to your own way. Okay. And you know what? The best way for you to learn is taking what you learn and then you teach it and apply it. Okay. That's just the way it is. And that, by doing so, you're actually going to attract people to you, and want to follow you and all that. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense. And so and I forgot to say in this beginning. So this 21-day course is for people that are serious. Okay. People that are serious about taking their part-time or spare time business, but they really want to build a full-time income with this thing. Maybe not just to compete or surpass your current income, but you actually have big goals like 6-figure to 7-figure income, and maybe being able to have a foundation so you actually have a company that if you wanted to sell it down the road, it's worth millions of dollars. Or you hire enough people to where you can ultimately retire or semi-retire, and the business doesn't control you or where you're at and the amount of time that you put in once you build a foundation. Does that make sense? So the goal here is to teach you the foundation of information, and then to be able to help you pick which one that might resonate with you that you need to apply so that you can start creating that success in your business. Make sense? All right. So what I'm going to do, something funky just happened to my Word doc here, but I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Hopefully I'm going to be able to share it. Okay. So again, it's not in PowerPoint. This is in my Word document. It's just an outline. All right. So let me share my screen. Okay. Well, you know what? Let me stop sharing it again here. So I'm going to change it and move it so that it's in front of me. Okay. Now let me share this again. All right. Okay. So what I have here is an outline of the course, and I'm going to share with you guys the idea here. And so, today here we've got already December 2nd. Again, this is a redo of yesterday. I'm going to create video number 2 also, and I'm going to send that out and post it in the back office here. But in any case, well, let me go ahead and go through this real quick with you all. And so this 21 days to developing limitless success habits. Now, it's a saying that if you take the next 21 days to really develop a habit, okay, then once you develop into a habit, then it's now part of your day, part of your it's part of you. And these are the things that you'll need to learn and apply so it becomes a habit for you, which ultimately will help you create success in your business. All right. So let me go and go through the outline real quick. So the first section is we're going to talk about you Inc. Okay. And discussing this, and I'm going to go through this a little bit more in detail later. So I'm just going to go through this. So about you means, we're going to talk about your dreams and the reason why you're here. We're going to talk about how you turn that dream into reality by creating a goal. Okay. And understanding how to set a goal and then how to get that goal and achieve that goal. And then we're going to talk also about the mindset. Okay. This is so huge. And I'm really understanding. I had a long conversation with a handful of people yesterday and identifying the difference between them. I really, really see why this is so important. The mindset, and then there's the skill set. Okay. We're going to talk about that a little bit more in detail later in other days, because that's really the main focus, is to be able to provide you the skill sets that you'll need to apply. Okay. And we're going to talk about the work habit, and then also how to make time for you and your business, how to schedule your business. Okay. And then the next one is about the business model, just to kind of give you a more in-depth understanding of what you have a hold of and how to go about it, and the difference between network marketing and affiliate marketing, and the difference on how you create results and create success in it. And so I just want to make sure that our focus is really mainly how to apply things, and we're not necessarily going to be able to tell you exactly how to become truly successful in network marketing, all with all the things that's involved in it, but we will help you get over the biggest hump in network marketing, and actually even in affiliate marketing, which is generating leads, building that trust, and generating sales, or recruits. Okay, so we're going to talk about the different business model. We're going to talk about the niche market. Understanding the niche market is vital so that you know exactly who you target, so you don't waste time and money. Okay, and then we're going to talk about the products. And when I talk about this, I'm going to specifically talk about limitless lead system. Okay, this actually is designed. What I'm going to teach you is designed to help you build limitless lead system, but it's also something that as a business opportunity, but it's also something that you'll be able to apply to help you build whatever primary opportunity that you have. Okay, just so know that. Now, my language might be based more on focusing on how to teach people how to build limitless lead system, but it really, whatever I teach on this is going to be the same thing that you need to apply in any primary network or affiliate marketing business. Okay. And then we're going to talk about the power of funnels and understanding what funnels are, and then this and understanding the sales process. And then we're going to talk about the different compensation plan. And so, like I said, the business model is really going to be focused on me talking about limitless lead system as a business and a business model. Okay. Um, and then so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to talk about this today, about you. And then I'm going to talk about tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the business model. Okay. And this is actually, this is supposed to be for today. This is day 2. And then, but I'm going to go ahead and do that tomorrow. Now, then for the next 3 weeks, okay, next week, we're going to dive into learning how to drive traffic so that you can build your list. And we're going to talk about different strategies. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you what I believe is going to be the simplest, fastest way for you to be able to really build your list. And then we're going to show you the different, organic ones that are free. And we're going to talk about the reality of doing free marketing so that you know what you need to expect, and then, and then understand that and accept it. Okay. Because there's no ifs or buts about it. And then we're going to talk about, paid traffic. Okay. And and the first things we're going to talk about the 3 types of traffic also. Okay. We're going to discuss that because by understanding those, then you're going to understand why it's vital to really build your list. Okay. And then we're going to talk about the 2 ways that you'll drive that traffic. And then the week after that, we're going to talk about how to really understand how to follow up, how to build. So remember, the money is in the list, but the fortune is in the follow-up. What do I mean by that? You can build a list and just drive traffic and just to affiliate programs, and you can make money. And typically it would be about 1 to 3% would be your average if you get a hold of a decent affiliate program that have a decent compensation plan. Okay. But you want to create a fortune. Well, these are some of the things that you'd want to do and apply. So now your percentage of sales to your list is going to go up from 2 to 3% up to the 4, 5, 6%, even up to 10%. I mean, we're talking about multiplying the income that you generate, right? The money's in the list, but because you learn how to really follow up, you're actually building a fortune. Okay. And then, of course, so we're going to spend time in the next week after that, the second week there, really talking about how do you build your relationship? The why do you want to get in front of your audience, and what do you do? What's it mean when I talk about attraction marketing? What does it mean? What do you need to do so that you can build trust and connection? Okay. And then we're going to talk about the last week, which is we're going to run into Christmas. Okay. And so we're going to take a couple of days there off, of course, and then, give you time to catch up and everything. So, and then we're going to talk about how to really generate sales. What are the things that you need to do so that you increase your conversion from visitor to becoming a lead in your system, and then becoming a warmer and hotter lead to ultimately generating sales with that list, increasing the amount of sales that you generate with that same list. Okay. And so we're going to go ahead and do that. Now, with that said, let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and get started here. But before I really start talking about this, the first section here, we're going to be running into holiday season. And a lot of people's excuse during the holidays is, oh, we're busy. And a lot of times I find that, okay, things that makes you busier might be having to think about shopping, having to think about what you're going to do for Christmas, maybe spending a little time, with Christmas tree and decorations and stuff like that. And things of those natures. Okay. But this is actually really good, because what I want to do is I want to, and this is going to be part of the mindset thing here. This is actually going to put you through a test of your commitment to creating success. Now, look, it's really up to you. You can wait till January 1st to, you might just take this lightly and, no, whatever. And, holidays busy and it's December and all that. And then you can wait till January. Now I'm going to share what I learned, the attitude that I end up having. This is something that was pounded in my head and my brain. And sometimes, honestly, it kind of went over a little overdone, and I kind of tone it back so to still have a balance. But, I'm going to share the thought process behind what may help you really start developing that success mentality and success habit. Okay. And I'm going to discuss that in the mindset area. So let me go ahead and get started with this. I'm already in at 20 minutes. Okay. And so I want to go ahead and take maybe only another 15 minutes to 20 minutes to go through this, but I will tell you, I believe this is a really, really serious section where you start from. And this is where you need to really have a deeper understanding of this so that you have a stronger foothold on why this is important. And I don't hear it enough, but yet people like Tony Robbins, this is what he teaches. This is what he focuses on. This is the things that help people make the change. It's not the skill set. It's the mindset that create that change. Make sense? It's that mindset. Once you change that and you develop your within, it really starts from here and it goes to here before it goes to here. Ooh, the skills. Okay. So let's talk about you, Inc. I want you to think about, remember, you're building your business. I don't want you to think about I'm building XYZ company or I'm a representative of XYZ product. I want you to think in terms that you are you, Inc. This is your business because you need to treat it that way. And you need to understand how to build you, Inc. So the companies or the products never control your success. Okay. You will control your success once you understand how to build you, Inc. Not XYZ company, not XYZ affiliate product or XYZ network marketing company and be part of, so-called whatever team or whatnot. That's great and all that. But you know what? When you have that mentality, then you're really, you're a team player or whatnot. But at the same time, you may not be building your business. You're building somebody else's team or somebody else's business or whatnot. Until you become that team leader or you become you, Inc., then you're still only part of somebody else's bigger dream. You need to be the biggest dream in your own environment. Okay. So you, Inc. is important. So which starts with a dream. Why are you here? Okay. And what is it that you really want to accomplish? Okay. Why did you get involved in network marketing or affiliate marketing? Why are you taking the time outside of your current job or situation? And what are you hoping for? Okay. You need to identify that and you need to write that down. You need to know exactly what that is. And, because you want to also put a dollar figure on it. I have a worksheet for this section and I'm going to share with you. I have to add a couple of things about it on it, but it's important that you write down those dreams and you actually put a date on it because now it becomes a goal. Okay. And when when it becomes a goal, that means you have a date and a dollar figure because it's got to be something that, because we're here to build a business to create income, to create profit, to create wealth, right? Excuse me. That makes sense, you guys? All right. So make sure that you write that down. What is what would be your short-term goal, which is, 3, 6, 12 months? What's your midterm goal, which is 1 to 3 years? And then what's your ultimate goal that you want to accomplish in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years? Okay. And on, in your life. All right. And I believe that if you really understand what that is, and it's going to grow and all that as you build better habits and develop your skills, that dream is going to get bigger and bigger, or it's going to expand in impacting more and more. Okay. Number 2, then, like I said, you set a goal on it and you set a dollar figure in it. But then here's the challenge that I see a lot of people. They throw a goal out there and they say, oh yeah, I want to make $5,000 a month in 3 months. Coming from somebody that's never really achieved, they've been trying to achieve something in network marketing or affiliate marketing, but yet they throw that figure out there, but because it sounds good and it is reasonable and possible, but yet nobody's taking the time to really teach them or force them to study. How are you going to get to that dollar figure? How many sales do you need to generate to create that kind of an income? And then you got to work it backwards from there. Okay. If you want to make $5,000 a month, how many, with Limitless Lead System, how many pro members, how many pro members do you have to have in your business? How many founders, people do sales do you need to generate? How many basic sales do you need to get? How many leads do you have to get to that point, and how many leads do you have to bring in on a daily basis to get to that point? Now, the cool thing about Limitless Lead System is we have this leverage compensation plan and leveraging strategy on how to multiply your leads. But I'm going to tell you this. I want you to think in terms of achieving your goal based just on your personal effort. Okay. I want you to think about achieving those dollar figures and those goals just by using your effort. I want you to think of our pass up and our leverage system to be an icing on a cake, because in the beginning, that's what it's going to be like. It's, just to be honest with you, in the beginning, you have to apply yourself and you need to get going yourself first. And as you focus on achieving those goals, those numbers on your own, okay, as you build it, your team or your members or your leads will start to follow, because we're going to teach you need to talk about that a little bit, and you need to encourage people and all that, right? So, in the beginning, especially if you haven't built a foundation, you are going to be feeling like you're just on your own, and it's going to seem like you're the only one out of your 100 people that's doing something right now. But then when you become 200, next thing you know, you've got more people starting to follow you. And then you get to, this number. And so you got to keep working on it. This is where people fail, is because they're told that they can accomplish certain things, but nobody ever really teaches them how to get to that goal, how to get to that dollar figure. The cool thing about Limitless Lead System is if you just base it on your personal effort and personal achievement, so you're going to, I don't want you to get discouraged. What's going to happen is I want you to focus on that. And what you're going to do is you're going to end up surprising yourself, because our leverage system is suddenly going to multiply it. Okay. It's going to be one of those things that might feel slow to begin with, but when it starts kicking in, it's kind of like hitting that nitrous oxide if you're into cars. Okay, because sudden boost is just boom, it's going to go like this. Your business and your income is just suddenly going to skyrocket. Okay, and so where a lot of people fail is that they start putting in the work. Oh, this is just too slow. What is slow? Slow is working 40 hours a week, 40 years of your life, and not barely make enough money to be able to retire on. That's slow. Okay. Don't expect to create this incredible success. Yes, you will see a lot of people saying, oh, in my first month, I made $5,000. In my first week, I made X amount of dollars. In my 10 weeks, I made $100,000. Well, I'll tell you what, either they invested a lot of, if they're brand new, they invested a lot of money in traffic and a lot of money in a big ticket program, or they have a foundation already built that any program that they promote, they will, just like you will, make money just like that. But you got to build a foundation. Okay. So that's the goal. So you have to know what your goal is. You need to know how are you going to accomplish that goal. And then you go backwards from there. And then you determine, okay, is that a reasonable goal, or can I do what I need to do daily and I need to accomplish daily? And then you got to think, okay, how much time is it going to take? How much skill is that going to take? Does that make sense, you guys? Am I talking too fast? I'm going to leave the player control so you can slow down or speed up this training, okay? Because I know sometimes I have a tendency to talk fast. So I'm learning to kind of slow down, stop a little bit, pause. All right. So does that make sense? So don't just throw goals out there. Before you think about a goal, I want you to think about, okay, you start out with, I want to make, let's say, $5,000 a month. Can I accomplish that in 3 months? Well, what would it take? Okay, if $5,000 a month. And again, I want you to think in terms of just based on your personal activity. Okay, just based on your own personal results. And we're going to talk about strategies on how to multiply that results also. But the system will help that, but there's some things that you can do to help increase that possibilities. But based on your personal activity, what would it take to create that $5,000 a month income? Well, let's talk about if we just base it on pro membership, which is our residual recurring income. That's really powerful. Okay. And it's based on, $25 commission, right? 25 times 10 is what? $250 a month. 25 times 100 sales, that's $2,500 a month. $25 times 400 sales. Okay. Wait, I'm sorry. 100 sales times $25 is 2,500. So you just need 200 sales of our pro membership to make 5,000 a month recurring passive income. Okay. And so now you need to think about that. How many sales do you need to generate? Again, I'm encouraging you to think of it based on your effort. I mean, I'll tell you this, I would probably say by the time you create your own 100 personal sales, you probably have enough people in your system that's going to help you get that additional 200 sales. Because just imagine if all those 100 sales, they just brought in three people each, they pass up two of them to you, you already surpass, your 200 mark. You'll be at 300. And we're going to talk a little bit more in detail about that as we go through goal setting. Okay. When I go through goal setting with Limitless Lead System. So does that make sense? So don't throw numbers out there for goals without understanding how you're really going to accomplish it. Okay. And I know in network marketing, it makes it really difficult sometimes because there's so many different factors that affect your commissions. There's bonuses and you've got this here and it's breaking down and all that. So a lot of network marketing compensation plans are a little bit more difficult to really gauge that, but there are ways to do it. Okay. In affiliate marketing, most affiliate programs are either paid on one level or two level or a passive like mine. But again, I want you to think in terms, just base everything on your own personal effort. And I want you to think of that work habit to do that. Don't be afraid of it. It's the 200 sales is really not that much for a $50 program that marketer need. If you understand your target market and your niche, and then you understand the process of doing it, what it's going to take. And we're going to talk about that here in this 21 days. Make sense? All right. I'm at 32 minutes. I'm trying to finish this in 45 minutes here. Okay. I'm going to talk about mindset. Okay. This is actually, oh my gosh. I mean, I didn't even have this. I didn't even really put a lot of emphasis on this on yesterday's video version of this until I started talking to a handful of people yesterday. I'm going, holy crap, this is why certain people aren't achieving, or they just keep jumping around thinking they'll create success. Okay. So let's talk about mindset. You hear me talk a lot about, you got to develop your mindset and then you can work on your skill set. Well, but I haven't really talked about what are those things that you need to develop in your mindset that's really going to help you create that success. Well, number one, understand what success attitude is. Okay. There's a huge difference between how successful people think and how broke people don't think. Okay. The way they talk, the way they think, the things they talk about, the things, how they use their time. Okay. And one of the best ways to do this, and I'm not going to go through this, and I'm going to have a lot of mindset training videos and even audio we're going to have on there. I'm going to have some of those added up into the system so you have access to it. But you know what I do personally, and I've shared this many times, guys, this is, think of it as rah-rah, motivational and all that stuff, whatever. Who the only people that I know that says, oh yeah, that's just rah-rah stuff. Like, oh yeah, ooh, woo-woo, listen to that. The guy jumping around. Who makes fun of those things? The guys that are broke. The guys that don't do anything. The guys that never really develop their mindset. Okay. But the successful people I know, they get excited about these kind of things, about the books, the audiobooks, the books that come out about mindset training. Okay. So what I do is on a daily basis is that at the very minimum is that first thing in the morning is I turn on a YouTube video or an audio, a podcast about mindset training. Okay. Training, the developing the attitude, the success attitude, understanding what success attitudes are. Okay. Just look up Tony Robbins. Heck, he's like the grandfather of motivational training, and he's coached presidents and kings and holy crap, the top multi-billionaires. He's trained how to take them to the next level because of mindset. Okay. So take the time to do that. If you want to create, success attitude. I'm going to use an example here and I think I might have, I forgot to put it on there, but one of the success mentality thing here versus a job mentality or broke mentality is this. Okay. Let's say there's something that you can't afford right now. Let's say there's something that you want to get access to, but you don't have the money right now. Here's what I've heard people say. Oh, I can't afford that. Therefore, I'm not going to get it. Okay. I want you to think about, here's what a successful person and people that are on the way to creating success, the way they look at it is, I don't have the funds right now, but let me figure out, because I need to get a hold of that. That's, like for an example, I'm going to use Limitless Lead Systems founder membership program. Okay. It's going to be priced at $19.99. We have it priced at $599 right now. And I had it for $399.95. Okay. And right now, the new people are still having access to it for 24 hours. But after that, I'm sorry, I can't honor it if you missed that 24 hours. Okay. I priced it at $400 and even $600 because I really want to make it totally affordable. Folks, let me ask you this. What did you spend? Where did you spend $400 on? The last $400, where did you spend it on? What did you spend it on? Okay. If I gave you a key, and I'm sure you've heard this if you've been around motivational attitude, audios. If I told you that I'm going to sell you this Porsche Cayenne or whatever, Porsche, whatever, I love Porsche and I can't even think of it. But anyway, I'm giving you a key to a Lamborghini for $400, and but you need to get a hold of $400 in the next 2 hours, and you get access to this $400,000 car. What would you do? Okay, how would you do it? Guys, I know to some people, I believe me, I've been there. I'm still digging my way out of a deep hole that 2008 created for me. I'm right in the midst of a major storm. No different from what I hit in 2008. I've got some major stuff going on right now. But you know what? I haven't stopped, and I don't stop thinking it. I think about, I look at what's the value of what I'm being offered. And guys, what do I have around me that I can get rid of to come up with $400 or $600? Guys, just to launch my program and hire coaches and finally just bite the bullet, you know what I had to do? I sold my Mercedes. I didn't want to dig into our life savings or to our investments, because that's what I did when in the mortgage industry when I crashed, and I didn't want to do that. So you know what? I love my car. I love how it rides, and I love convertibles, but you know what? I love what I'm about to achieve and be able to help people with, and that's more important, and I need to get it done now. So guess what? I got rid of my AMG, cashed it out to put it into my business. Okay. And when I finally made that decision, boom, things are happening, and holy moly, 2022 is going to be incredible. Okay. So don't think small, you guys. I paid $125,000 for a business that had a $15,000 a month overhead. In a year and a half, the economy crashed and boom, lost it. Think big, you guys. This business and this industry will help you create tremendous amount of income. But if you stop and go, oh, I can't afford it, boom, I'm going to wait till I make the money or whatever. No, be a go-getter and figure out where can you come up with that money today? What can you do in the next day or two to come up with whatever it is? Okay. Oh, I'm going to wait till next paycheck. Why? I'm not asking for $10,000, you guys. I'm not asking you to invest, and even that mentality, you should have that. Okay. So I want you to think about it. You know what successful people do? They become go-getter and they figure out a way to get a hold of that, what they need, so that they can move forward. They don't wait for the process or whatever to come to them, or the job or next paycheck. No. What can you do extra today? We have 24 hours a day. Can you go do something? Can you sell something? Can you drive Uber? Hey, you know what? Can you download Uber Eats or whatever and drive for the next couple of days or so? Is there something that you can do? Is there something that you can offer? Is there something sitting around in your house that you can get rid of and make $5 on, $10, $20, $100, $200? That makes sense. Is that a little strong? So if that seems ridiculous, well, then maybe you're not the person that I'm talking to, because again, this may not be for you. This is for people that are really serious about building their business. Look, the way I look at it, I have two daughters that just graduated college, and they actually did finish their college. They got both of them got their first 2 years paid for by the state because of the program that we have here. So I only had to pay for two years of their college. That's 50 grand a piece. That's $100,000 for a 4-year degree. For what? My youngest daughter can't find a job with her degree of, that she got right now. Okay. So a lot of people take this network marketing or affiliate marketing and treat it like a tiny business. That's why people don't make big money in it. You want to hear about those people, and you want to know about those people, even the brand new ones that you hear about. Oh, I made my, I can't believe I've made like 10 grand or 2 grand in my first month, and I've never made that before. Guess what? They probably invested a grand or two to get to that point, but at least they made it because they got a hold of a bigger commission. They got a hold of a program, and they got a hold of what they needed to, and they applied it, and they put focus on it. Okay. Does that make sense, you guys? So that's part of a success attitude. And that's part of a goal-getter attitude. I call it the go-getter or goal-getter, right? Holy crap. All right. Think positive. Okay. Do you think solutions? Do you think positively, or do you always come out with the negative scenario? Okay. Or, hey, you can't help negative stuff, but do you think in terms of the other side of it? Okay, when you overcome it, how much better is it going to be? I'll tell you mine. I was just telling one of my partners this the other day. I said, man, 2022 must be really, really good, because I am getting hit with so much crap right now that there's nowhere else to go but up. And so I just look at challenge. The bigger the challenge, that means my reward's going to be that much bigger. Okay. Don't focus on the negative, focus on the positive. I can focus so much and worry so much about that it stops me from focusing on my solution. Okay. So make sure that you understand that kind of mentality. Positive mental attitude is so vital to creating success. Okay. Because you have to have that positive mental attitude. Then here's my special word, stick-to-itiveness. You got to have a stick-to-itive mentality. What do I mean by that? Stick to it. Okay. Most people don't stick to it long enough to allow themselves to succeed. Like, they're trying to generate leads. Oh, I'm only getting 1, or I'm only getting 2 a day. You know what? Just keep doing it. Stick to it. Learn how to increase your results find out. Don't keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. Make sure you do something. Okay, tweak it up a little bit. No, you don't have to change completely. Just tweak it up a little bit. Maybe you need to study, and maybe you do need to change a little bit, but you need to understand why it's going to help you. Okay. And then what you need to overcome to change those things. Okay. So have a stick to it mentality, making stick to it. Like, I mean, this may be a detriment to, maybe I could have created more success and all that. But look, I stuck to the network marketing company I was with, the first company, for 5 years, not make a dime. Sticking to it. I was spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars in a month, and I wasn't making a dime, but I stuck with it because there was a path to follow, and I knew I had to overcome certain things. I need to learn things, and boom, when we finally did it, boom, we hit the top 1% level of the company. Okay. And you got to stick to it long enough to allow yourself to learn, to apply, and then to succeed. Okay. Stick to it mentality. Solution-based mentality. Do you see a challenge or do you see a problem? A problem usually stops people, but a challenge people thrive on. Okay. So I want you to think about, what's the challenge? You can't afford something. Okay. Think of the solution. How can you afford that today or tomorrow or the shortest way possible? Are you going to wait for things to happen, like your income, your paycheck, or whatever? Or are you going to make things happen? Okay. Successful people make things happen. They don't wait for things to happen. They make things happen. That makes sense. Okay. So solution based. What is the solution? I'm not getting results. Okay. Are you going to wait for me to fix it? Are you going to wait for me to fix it? Or are you going to figure out a way to do it yourself so that you can apply it yourself? Okay. I've had people, oh yeah, I'm just waiting till you get your funnel better and all that. Then if you know better, then why don't you create the funnel? If you don't think my funnel is good, then why don't you go ahead and start creating it? Why are you waiting for me to do it? This is my business. Your success shouldn't be dependent. I have the program and all that. You can actually create things so that your results would be better than what I created. And I'm going to talk to you guys about that. And how do you get better results? How do you, so you're not always dependent on somebody's creation to make you successful. You got to learn how to create that success yourself. Okay. We're going to talk about that more in details. The power of your words and your thought. If you've never watched that show, The Secret, you want to watch that, because it really talks about, you get what you talk about a lot and what you think about a lot. Think about when you start thinking about a car that you want to buy. Don't you notice you start seeing those cars everywhere, and it's so much more common, more often. Okay, it's the power of the mind, of what you talk about. And even this, I'll tell you this. So let's say let's say the challenge that you feel like you're broke all the time. Well, I'm not going to be broke anymore. I'm going to stop being broke from now on. Or I'm working hard, so I'm not struggling with money anymore. You know what? That's the wrong wording, because you're still talking about the negative issue, the struggling with the money, or being broke, or having being shy or being fearful and all that. And that's me right there. That's one of the challenges that I'm overcoming. Instead of me saying, oh yeah, I've always been fearful, or I was shy, or I wasn't aggressive. No, then speak what you want to become as if it's already there, and you will get to that point. Speak the way you want to be already. So instead of, oh yeah, I'm working hard. As a matter of fact, even this, that's one of my best friends caught me on this. He goes, you don't want to say you're working hard. You want to say you're working diligently, because hard, it still has that negative connotation of, oh, this is hard work. No, this is diligent work. Diligent means you're going to create success, and so I'm working diligently in my business. Okay. See that? There's a little bit difference. And instead of saying, I'm working hard so that I won't be broke anymore, why not say, I'm working diligently in my business so that I'll create abundance of income? right? You're trying to say, go out, instead of talking about what you want to get away from, you want to talk about where you want to be. Make sense? All right. So power of words and your thoughts. So make sure that you watch that show. Skill set. And I'm just going to browse through this because this is actually the three things we're going to spend a week on each one of them. Okay. Skill set. You want to make sure that you're doing things that are going to be profit producing activity on a daily basis. And so those are the three skill sets that we're going to talk about, to at least get you launching and creating that impact in your business, the success. The cool thing about affiliate marketing and affiliate products is that you have access to a system that's basically all done for you. All you have to do is learn these three things and you'll start creating income with that. You don't have to learn about, I can't tell you how much time I've spent and how much money I've spent on just creating the system and programs and designing this and designing that. And holy moly. Okay. All you have to do is learn how to generate traffic, how to build connection, trust, and like, so that you'll generate more sales and close more sales and make more commissions. That's it. You don't have to really learn so much about funnels necessarily. It'll help, okay, and it'll increase your possibility. We're trying to create things for you. Now, it will take you from different levels each time, okay, but those are just the three things that you need to learn. We're going to talk about those and share strategies for you guys to learn, and then it's up to you to apply it. Okay. I can't control what you do. I can only control what I provide you. And even that, don't just depend on what I share. Take the time to study outside of me. Find somebody else that I've created and or you end up liking a strategy that I shared, and find who else is successful in applying those things. Okay. So skill set, those are the three things. And then work habit. Okay. Because now your mindset has to be strong so that you'll actually apply the skill set and be strong with it. See, when your mindset and your commitment to your goal, your dream, you have that if you don't have that stick to itness, okay, you will find yourself bouncing around from one shiny object to another because you haven't taken seriously that it really is up to you. It's not up to the program. The program only helps this much. You will be the reason you become successful. It's not the program. It's not Limitless system. It's not XYZ company. It's you. And you applying these things. Okay. If this blows you out, then you know what? I'll just be honest with you. It's the path to real success, and not just in this online business, not just network marketing. This applies to traditional business. I mean, this is what I had to do when I built my mortgage business. Okay. And so same thing when I built my network marketing business, and when I built, start developing my online business. Okay. So those skill sets, and the work habit is now, once you understand the skill set and what you need to do, then you need to develop that work habit. And let me talk about this real quick. Okay. It's the holiday season. This is where a lot of people fail to keep going. And remember the stick to itiveness and that commitment to your goal. This is where they start taking excuses and making excuses why they're not succeeding. Okay. Make time. Look, we all have 24 hours in a day. One of the things that I've developed to make things happen is that I started waking up about 2 to 3 hours before my actual regular day goes. I wake up and I start my day with about 20 minutes to an hour's worth of actually, now I'm getting back to really working out because I want to be in really good shape also for the new year, and working on my, although I may be losing a little bit of sleep, but I take an extra hour or so to put into my business before my regular day starts. And then I work a little bit longer. Okay. We all have 24 hours in a day. I love watching movies. I love watching, Christmas shows. I love going out, hanging out with friends and going out dancing and do that. I still do it, but it doesn't become a priority over what I need to accomplish. I take the time to spend time with my family and to do, like we're doing Christmas tree cutting, which we couldn't do and all that. Okay. I make time for that, But you know what? Like last night, we had a little event we went to, my wife and I came back. I spent another half hour down here before I went to sleep, make sure I took care of a few things so that I'm sticking to my, because I'm working on a goal. That makes sense. Sorry, you guys, this is going to be an hour long because, but I hope it's a really valuable hour to you. Now, I'm sorry, but I don't think you can learn that, and I don't think I can get through to you if I only spent like 2 minutes on each one of these. I don't believe so. I think you need to hear it from my heart, and you need to see how the conviction behind it that I hope that I transfer to you. Does that make sense? Okay, so work habit. So now the question is, how do you make time for you and your business? I'm going to go through this real quick. I'll be done in 5 minutes. Okay. And that'll put us at 60 minutes. How do you make time for your business? Well, guess what? Everybody's busy, right? You probably have a full-time job. You probably have, you have your job. You probably have you have your family or your kids or whatever. Okay. One of the things that I do is I look at, what I do is I look at what I fill my days with. And what are the things that I can optimize? What can I do in a shorter period of time? What can I set aside that it's taking my time right now that's not going to make a difference in my life in the sense of what I want to accomplish? Okay. I'm talking about hobbies. Can you set aside a hobby that you're doing? Can you set aside, can you put off doing certain things? Okay. I'm a car fanatic. I made a decision, I had planned to build a car. It's going to take about 2 years to build and all that. And I bought the basis and everything else. And I started doing it, but I started getting in the way of my goal. So guess what? I pushed it aside until I can get a certain level of success here to where I can slow back down. Because why? This is more important. Okay. Whatever it is. So hobbies, I'll tell you what, are you part of different organizations that you volunteer in and all that because it makes you feel good and all that? Okay. Is that going to change your life in the next 5 years? Is that going to impact you in accomplishing your goal? Now, here's the thing. You can actually build a pretty good business foundation with about 2 hours a day. You need to put in at least 2 hours a day, ideally between 2 to 4 hours a day, if you really want to go at it. Okay, you can build this and you can make some extra money in an hour or two a day, but you got to take the time to really learn and become more effective. But you got to commit to it, and you got to do it day in, day out, or you got to commit the time to it. So create a work schedule. Again, think of it as you took a part-time job, or you decided to go back to school and learn a course so that you can make more money in your job. Treat it the same way, if not even more, because this is your business. This is your future. Does that make sense? So make time. I look at the important dates that involves my family, and also I take a little bit of time for myself now. I used to not, but I actually love going out, hanging out with friends and all that. But I just spend, a few hours a week to do that, and it refreshes me. Okay. I actually watch maybe a little bit of TV, because I know, if I really want to watch that TV, then it might cut into my time, but I don't lessen the amount of time that I need to put into my business. Okay. So, you mark it off your calendars and all that, and you communicate it with your loved ones so that they know why you're working hard. Then maybe they can help you with certain things. Okay. But ultimately, at the minimum, let them know that you're going to be certain busy, share the vision, share the goal with them. Okay. Don't hype it up, because you don't want to discourage them if you don't achieve it. But if they see you diligently working in your business and you're focused and you're really trying to learn, you're making things happen and you're investing in yourself. Okay. Then it's going to start happening. Does that make sense? I hope this helps you guys. I hope you get what I'm trying to tell you. This is the beginning of your journey. This is the building foundation of where you need to start with. Most people never take the time to really understand this part. They just go, oh, just tell me what to do. Just tell me what to know. You need to develop the skill set, the mindset, and the depth of conviction in what you're going after before you will take the skill set seriously. That's why most people jump around from one opportunity to another. So they never develop the skill set. They're just hoping for that win without doing anything or learning anything. Okay. Hope that helps you guys. I am at 59 minutes and 55 seconds. I'm going to close it right at 60 minutes. We'll talk to you soon. Hopefully that helps. We'll see you on the next video. Oh my gosh. Oh. Whew.